Hi everyone, today we're going to take you on a tour of MSC Cruises' brand new flagship, the MSC Virtuosa. Weighing in at a whopping 181,500 tonnes and measuring at a length of just over 331 metres long, Virtuosa joins her older sister ship, the Grandiosa, in service as a Mervelia Plus class cruise ship, the third largest class of cruise ship in the world at the time this video was put together.
We were lucky enough to be on board MSC Virtuosa's maiden voyage, a 4-night UK staycation cruise departing from Southampton in May 2021. Just as lockdown measures began to ease.
Having sailed on MSC Bellissima, Virtuosa's smaller sister ship, we had a good idea as to what sort of facilities we could expect to find on board. However, MSC have incorporated some new features on board Virtuosa, further amplifying this masterpiece at sea into the marvel we see here today. We're going to begin our tour here at the Infinity Atrium. Spanning over 3 decks and adorned with MSC's signature Swarovski crystal stairs, this beautiful light and airy social space forms part of the ship's heart and soul, along with the adjoining Galleria.
On Deck 5, the lowest level of the atrium, you will find the Infinity Bar and Lounge. Live entertainment is often performed on the stage area in the centre, flooding the entire atrium with ambience and character. Also down on Deck 5, you'll find the main reception or guest services desk, as well as other guest amenities such as shore excursions and future cruise sales desks.
We're now going to make our way up to Deck 6. As you can imagine, these beautiful jaw-dropping Swarovski crystal stairs make the perfect backdrop for all those holiday selfies and photographs, especially on elegant night. Speaking of photographs, we now find ourselves here at the photo gallery. During your cruise, the ship's photographers will be out and about taking photos of you. You're under no obligation to buy, so be sure to give them a smile, they might just get that perfect shot.
On Deck 6, you'll also find 2 shops, the first one being the MSC gift shop, and the second one being a small fashion jewellery shop.
After a quick trip through hyperspace, nah just kidding, on the opposite side of the Infinity Atrium we have the Starship Club. The Starship Club is a new innovative bar unique to MSC Virtuosa and MSC's first futuristic immersive experience. Here you can sample some cocktails professionally created by Rob, the first humanoid robotic bartender at sea.
Drinks made by Rob are not included in your drinks package, and they do cost £18. However, it is a brilliant experience, and on the plus side, you get a nice souvenir cup to take home with you.
We're now going to climb up another flight of beautiful Swarovski crystal stairs, try not to stumble over our own feet, being dazzled by their beauty. We've now made it up to Deck 7, the uppermost level of the Infinity Atrium. From up here you can get some breathtaking views of the atrium below and the Galleria ahead. Large glass windows flank both sides of the atrium, flooding the area with natural light, as well as offering incredible views out to sea.
Here on Deck 7 is where you'll find the champagne bar, ideally situated for soaking up both the atmosphere and scenery, as well as some fizz.
Normally, the atrium is the real heart and soul of any ship, but this is not quite the case with MSC Virtuosa and her sisters, as the atrium's atmosphere and vibe continue on through to the adjoining Galleria, further enhancing the overall experience. You would think at this point the ship's architecture couldn't get any more impressive, but you'd be wrong. The sky really is the limit with MSC.
Here at the Galleria Virtuosa, towering above us we have the awe-inspiring 93-metre LED sky screen. This portrays various scenes throughout the day and various visuals at night that coincide with the ship's theme or entertainment. Each night, usually around dinner time, a short show takes place, so keep an eye out, it's definitely worth a watch. The Galleria Virtuosa is home to many shops, bars and restaurants. Starting here, just off the Infinity Atrium on deck 6, we're going to begin with L'Atelier Bar and Art. In here we have the first of 4 specialty dining venues on board, the Indochine restaurant. Here you can enjoy savoury Vietnamese classics with a French twist. We purchased a duo dining package and it's included a meal in here which we really enjoyed.
Carrying on down the promenade, next up we have Jean-Philippe's Crepes and Gelato Bar. Here you can choose from 13 flavours of ice cream, a variety of sorbets, milkshakes, sundaes and crepes. They don't just look great, they taste it too. Next up, we have the Hola Tacos and Cantina. This is the second of 4 specialty dining restaurants on board and is a new street food dining concept offering a selection of Latin American and Mexican inspired dishes. Unfortunately, this dining option wasn't included in the dining package we purchased, but we really wanted to experience it, so we decided to have a meal here on the first night of our cruise. It has to be said, this was the best dining experience we had during our cruise and we enjoyed it so much we went back again for some lunch. You can also get an all-you-can-eat experience for just $16.99.
MSC Virtuosa has plenty of shops selling a wide variety of gifts and souvenirs. Here we have one of many retail boutiques found on board. Just opposite the Virtuosa boutique, we have the Virtuosa Bar and Lounge. During the day, you will find various activities taking place here, such as quizzes and bingo. By night, this lively bar hosts lots of engaging entertainment that usually incorporates a theme.
Welcome to Chocolate Heaven. Chocolate lovers will be pleased to find Jean-Philippe's Chocolate Cafe. Here you can treat yourself to some sweet treats and hot drinks. You can even customise your own bar of chocolate, adding that personal touch to those obligatory holiday gifts. It's worth noting, however, that your drinks package does not include beverages served here.
As we said earlier, MSC Virtuosa has plenty of shops. Making our way back towards the Infinity Atrium, you will find a luxury plaza where there's more retail outlets selling all sorts of branded gifts and souvenirs. We're now going to head on up to deck 7, the upper level of the Galleria. We begin at the Butcher's Cut. This American style steakhouse serves up juicy steaks and tasty sides, along with some scrumptious puds. This is the third of 4 specialty dining options on board, and it is available as part of the dining packages offered. Having the duo dining package, we were able to have one of our experiences here. It's no secret that we love Butcher's Cut, and we couldn't wait to come back.
Next door to the Butcher's Cut, you will find the Kato Teppanyaki and Sushi Bar. This is the 4th and final specialty restaurant on board. Those looking for a British-style pub should head to the Masters of the Sea. Here you'll find a large selection of beers on offer, as well as televised sporting events and live entertainment. For a small supplement, this bar also offers some homely pub grub. Opposite the Masters of the Sea, on the other side of the Galleria, we have the TV studio and bar. This vibrant and modern venue plays host to all sorts of games and activities during the day and karaoke during the evening.
Virtuosa has 5 main dining rooms. One of these, the El Campo restaurant, can be found here, between the TV studio and bar and the Infinity Atrium. Unlike the other main dining rooms, this dining room is exclusively for Aura guests only.
Having explored the Infinity Atrium and Galleria Virtuosa, we're now going to make our way up through the ship deck by deck, starting all the way forward down on deck 5 at Le Grand Theatre. Le Grand Theatre is MSC Virtuosa's main theatre. Spanning over 2 decks with a seating capacity of 945, this is where you will find various dazzling productions with at least 5 different shows on offer every week.
As we've just said, the theatre spans over 2 decks, occupying the forward parts of decks 5 and 6. As we've already covered the Galleria Virtuosa and the Infinity Atrium, we're now going to head aft and explore Virtuosa's main dining rooms. As I said earlier, MSC Virtuosa has 5 main dining rooms. One of these is exclusively for Aura guests, but the remaining 4 restaurants can be found aft on decks 5 and 6.
Down on deck 5 we have the Blue Danube restaurant, then above on deck 6 we have the Symphony restaurant and the Opera restaurant, which are divided by a walk-through wine cellar leading on through to the Minetto restaurant all the way aft on deck 6.
Our assigned dining room was the Minetto restaurant. We decided to dine here on the elegant night, and being Virtuosa's maiden voyage, we were treated to an enhanced menu. We really enjoyed the food here, and the service was faultless. In fact, exceptional. Overall, a fantastic experience.
Continuing on with our tour, we're now going to head on up to deck 7. All the way forward on deck 7, we find ourselves at the Aureus Bar. The Aureus Bar offers guests a range of relaxing and rejuvenating experiences. In addition to the various therapies offered, you can also purchase a pass for the spa wellness area. The wellness area has a comprehensive range of facilities, such as various therapy showers and thermal suites, a hydrotherapy pool and plenty of saunas and steam rooms. Unfortunately, these amenities were unavailable during our cruise due to COVID restrictions. However, having been on MSC Bellissima, we decided to include some footage of these facilities to show you what's usually on offer. In addition to the expansive spa area, other services such as a barbershop and hair salon can also be found here.
Next on deck 7, after skipping the Galleria Virtuosa and Infinity Atrium, we find ourselves here at the Red Gem Casino. We're not ones for fluttering with Lady Luck, but for those of you who do like a flutter, the Red Gem Casino has a wide variety of slot machines and tables for you to try your luck. There's even a handy bar in the middle, so you don't have to venture off too far to get a drink. Carrying on afterwards, our next stop is the Carousel Lounge. During our cruise, this lounge hosted live cabaret performances and some comedy shows. Unfortunately, only being a 4-night cruise, we didn't manage to fit this in, so we can't say what we thought of the entertainment here.
Outside on deck 7, you'll find a promenade deck. This is the perfect place to get a breath of fresh air and admire the scenery. Unlike older cruise ships, the promenade deck on MSC Virtuosa doesn't wrap all the way around the ship, it's split up. Decks 8 through 14 are passenger cabin decks. Our inside cabin was on deck 11. To see a more in-depth tour of our cabin, check out our MSC Virtuosa Inside Cabin Tour video. The forward parts of decks 14 through 19 form part of the yacht club. Being only Fantastica grade guests, we didn't have access to these exclusive areas at this time, so unfortunately we can't show you around. Continuing on with our tour up on deck 15, we have the tropical pool and atmosphere pool. However, we're going to come back and take a more in-depth look at these later on when we explore MSC Virtuosa's open deck spaces. Next, we're going to head on over to the Marketplace Buffet.
The Marketplace Buffet is open 20 hours a day and even has its own bar. There's a huge variety of food on offer, so you're guaranteed to find something tasty. There's also plenty of seating. Even though our cruise on Virtuosa was sailing at a reduced capacity, we always managed to find somewhere to sit during our cruise on Bellissima. Heading up a deck to deck 16, we have the MSC Gym. The MSC Gym has plenty on offer, kitted out with a large variety of Technogym cardio and weight machines, as well as a whole host of other equipment. It's the ideal place to burn off all those extra calories consumed during your cruise.
In addition to the MSC Gym, you can also work up a sweat at the Sportplex. The Sportplex is a large 2-deck high indoor games court area that also doubles up as a dance floor when the weather isn't too favourable outside for deck parties. Not that we experienced this on our cruise, but we have seen this on MSC Bellissima in the past. Right next to the Sportplex, you'll find the Virtual Games Arcade. The Virtual Games Arcade is the perfect place for some family fun. You can purchase fun passes on board. This enables guests to set budgets for their little ones, as well as offering a discount.
There's a wide range of engaging facilities here. To begin, we have the Games Arcade with plenty of video games. Then moving on, next up we have the XD Cinema, a Hologate Arena, a 2-lane bowling alley, and last but by no means least, 2 F1 simulators. You will also find a sports bar here, so you won't have to tear yourself away for too long to get a drink.
Being an Italian cruise line, MSC ships don't have a deck 17, as this is deemed unlucky, so we're now going to head on up to deck 18. On deck 18 we have the Sky Lounge. The Sky Lounge is an adult-only piano bar offering a wide variety of drinks paired with a sophisticated atmosphere. Large forward-facing windows offer some great views over the atmosphere pool as well as out to sea. Adjacent to this lounge area is also an indoor smoking room.
Leaving the Sky Lounge and heading aft, we have Doremi Land. Doremi Land is where you'll find all the MSC Kids Clubs, catering for all ages from tots to teens. But as I'm sure you'll understand, for privacy reasons, we didn't film these areas.
We're now going to take a look at MSC Virtuosa's pools and open deck areas, beginning with the tropical pool found forward on deck 15. The tropical pool is MSC Virtuosa's indoor pool. This large, open, 2-deck high tropical themed solarium is definitely the place to head when the weather isn't too favourable outside. Having said that, this pool does feature a retractable glass roof, so it can be opened up on nicer days, flooding the area with fresh air and unobstructed sunlight. Right next to the tropical pool, you'll find the Tropical Pool Bar, which also offers waiter service for added convenience. Two hot tubs can be found on either side of the tropical pool itself, and a further two can be found on the upper level of the solarium protruding from the main deck, giving guests a draw-dropping view down either side of the ship and the ocean below.
Making our way outside, we now find ourselves at the Atmosphere Pool. The Atmosphere Pool is Virtuosa's main pool area. The pool itself is heated and also features poolside beds. In addition to these, you'll find plenty of lounges spread all over the pool deck. Two hot tubs can also be found on the upper level of the pool area. These are great for relaxing while soaking up the scenery. Next to the Atmosphere Pool, you'll find two bars, the Atmosphere Bar North and the Atmosphere Bar South, as well as the Atmosphere Ice Cream Bar. Leaving the pool area and making our way aft, we head up to deck 16, where we find ourselves walking along the power walking track. 5 laps equals 1 mile.
Tucked just behind the funnels on deck 19, you'll find MSC Virtuosa's outdoor wet play area and aquapark, the Savannah Aquapark. Little ones will be pleased to find a large splash pool, suitably sized water slides, water jet cannons, a giant tipping bucket, and lots of other fun activities to occupy them. Kids, and big kids at heart, won't be left disappointed with a choice of 3 adrenaline-fueled water slides found towering above. We've got to say, we absolutely love the slides, they really are so much fun.
It's worth noting that although the water slides are free to use, there are height restrictions in place and a waiver needs to be signed before use. The same waiver also covers the Himalayan Bridge ropes course. Running up and down all those steps will certainly work up a thirst, but don't worry, you won't have to look far to find a drink, as the handy little Savannah Bar can be found just at the entrance. If all those water slides don't get your heart racing, circling the splash pool area you'll find the Himalayan Bridge ropes course. The ropes course is an exhilarating experience, testing both your nerves and coordination. However, it has to be said, it's very rewarding and the views are amazing.
Finally, we head on over to our last stop, the Horizon Pool area. Here you'll find the Horizon Amphitheatre, the Horizon Bar, and finally, the Horizon Pool itself. This is the perfect place to sip a cocktail and relax whilst watching the sun set as MSC Virtuosa sails on to your next port of call.
We really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and we'd really appreciate it if you'd kindly consider subscribing to our channel so you can stay up to date with our latest videos. Enjoy your cruise!